Welcome back to Cooking with Michelle. I'm Joel Gilley. I have Michelle Estrada, our wonderful extension agent here with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I always forget her title, so I just stopped saying it. But
That's fine.
It's a really long title.
Family and Consumer Science Agent.
That's right. And Michelle, you do all kinds of wonderful stuff with food. Food safety is the big part of your job.
That's right.
And also healthy eating. So that's what this show is all about. So we've got another great recipe, another great healthy recipe that we're gonna tackle today. So what are we making?
I love this recipe. These are mini meatloaves.
Awesome.
So I'm not crazy about meatloaf. Are you?
Meatloaf, I think like as a kid, it always had like a negative connotation to it, but I don't mind it now.
Well, this one is really, really good. So I hope you like it. And it's the healthy version.
Sweet.
So I think it tastes a little bit different. So if you really like meatloaf, you may say, oh, this is maybe different.
I think the kicker for me was salsa.
Yes.
Salsa is in the recipe.
So that is completely a different ingredient from what we normally use. So actually today we're using a salsa from the store.
Yeah.
But you can make your own salsa, and also you can add more vegetables if you want to add a little bit of celery or you want to add corn. So this recipe really, you can make it your own.
Do you lose your Latino card if you use store-bought salsa?
No.
I feel like I feel like we should have had some fresh salsa with you.
I know, right? But not today. Sorry.
Right. I'm gonna go wash my hands while you talk a little, okay?
Go wash your hands, and I'm just going to tell you about the ingredients that we need for today. And this is a recipe that is only 30 minutes total. So the ingredients that we're going to need today, you're going to need some ground meat. If you can use lean, of course, it's better because you will be getting less fat. But sometimes it can be a little bit more expensive. But don't worry about it because we're going to put it in the oven. So we're going to have a lot of fat getting out. So we can always get it with paper towels. So, but you can use ground chicken, ground turkey, or beef. So
cool.
We're using beef today. You like
beef?
It?
Yeah.
That's good. So also you're going to need an onion or a quarter of a cup of an onion. We're going to need some breadcrumbs. We're going to need 1 egg, and then we're going to need 1 cup and a half of salsa. But we're going to divide that. So I'm already have 3/4 and 3/4 and 3/4, and a little bit of pepper. So this is just so easy, and actually, normally I have these ingredients at home.
Yeah, there's not a lot at all.
No, so this is the kind of recipe that you're like, oh, I don't know what to cook tonight.
Yeah.
And you got it. Or you have extra ground beef. So this is...
And I haven't made it yet, but I'm assuming that the only thing we have to really cut is the onion.
That's
and so good for the kids to help out with too.
Right, and this is something that you can always do in advance. Or if you have some onion left over, so that's a good way to go. So we're going to start by cutting our onion.
Alrighty.
And we just need 1/4 of a cup.
Alrighty. So for those of you who have never cut an onion, Michelle's going to tell us how to cut the onion.
But you know how to cut an onion.
But I always forget how you like to cut your onion.
Oh, okay.
We got to cut one of the ends off so we have a flat surface.
We're going to cut this end.
And that is so...
Remember, the root is the one that you want to leave intact, so it can hold the onion, right?
And and I'm just explaining this to people. We cut one end off so that we have a flat, solid surface now.
You're so good.
I'm just trying to explain to the people.
Yes, perfect.
Now we're going to cut vertically down through the root.
That's right. So many people will, my goodness, will peel the onion before. I don't like to peel it because if I'm not going to use this is going to keep better if I leave the skin on. And also be sure that every time that you cut your vegetables or your fruits, they go to the refrigerator. Okay.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and peel this one off because we're going to use this one.
And you can put the trash in here if you want to. We're not saving it today. We have a lot of scraps right now, so we don't need it.
Oops,
okay.
I'm missing the trash can.
It's okay. So we're gonna chop this onion very fine.
Okay.
That way they can kind of like stay with the meat. Okay.
All right.
So
now.
Okay. So let me tell you one more thing. Did you see that this layer that is a little bit? This layer is kind of like slimy.
Yeah, slimy.
So I think it's better to remove it, and it's safer for you to cut it.
See, this is why we have Michelle here, so she tells us these things, because I'll just leave it on.
that's
Whatever.
it's not a big deal, but I think it will be easier. Okay, so now we can start. Remember, we're just going to cut in here.
So for those of y'all who would like to know the proper way to cut an onion, we're going to set this down. And we're basically going to slice at all these angles here to get our little slivers of the onion.
In the smaller or the, you know, those cuts that are, if they're very close to the other one, it will be like finer.
Yep.
So some people, they also, when they finish that part, what they do, I don't know if the camera can see me, but some people will do it this way and then cut it this way. I don't feel comfortable doing it, especially when you have a chef knife. So, and you don't have to do it. I always just do it straight. You see how fine it comes out? So that's why I don't do it.
Well,
so just kind of like, we're just gonna need like 1/4 cup, and I think that will be fine.
Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna save these later. We'll put it in a Ziploc bag or in a container. And
how did that happen?
oh no. So if that happened, you have a lot of those?
Nah,
No.
just a few.
You can cut them again, or but if not, that will be fine.
Okay.
So we're gonna just uncover our meat, and we can put our onion in here.
Okay.
So like I say, this is just a very easy recipe. You're going from combining all your ingredients to make some balls and then just put it in the oven. That's
Cool.
it. So let me open
Oh,
these.
sorry.
And okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're just gonna crack the egg. So have we ever cracked an egg?
We have, because you told me that I was doing it wrong.
I always say that you're doing
Well,
things
no,
wrong.
it's good because you don't think about these things when you're at home.
That's
I crack
right.
it on the side, and you said you're cross-contaminating.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what we have in here is a knife. So we're just going to go all around. And this is something that my daughter loves to do. And actually, when she does 4-H presentations, she teaches how to crack an egg.
Well, it's
So-
one of those things that, you know, I feel like, you know, we're all growing up, you're just like, you crack it on the side of your dish. And,
Yeah, and it's okay, but I think this is the best way.
Yeah.
So
because you're not thinking about,
Thank you.
we don't think about cross-contamination all that often.
So I forgot to give you a fork. Can you get a fork and I'll go
Yeah,
wash
where the
my
fork's
hands? They're in this corner.
Over on this
I
side.
just don't want to touch. Here,
Oh,
on
in the
that
corner.
one. Let me go and wash my hands, and I will be back.
Are we scrambling this egg?
Yes, please.
All right. While Michelle does that, we're going to scramble.
See, I save you from washing your hands.
Look at that. All righty. We've got a
Okay.
scrambled egg.
So now you can put your egg on with all the other ingredients.
With our meat.
Okay. And now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna remove these so we can continue. Let me remove these so you have enough space to work with.
All right.
There. So now we are gonna add the breadcrumbs.
Okay. All of these? Okay.
Okay. And you're gonna need the black pepper. And remember, just half of the salsa, because we're going to use that one later.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to just mix everything.
Okay.
I'm cleaning as I go. You see?
Look at that.
Also,
The
some
bus
of these
staff
are-
isn't going to have a lot of work to do after we get done here.
I know. Oh, and you know, sometimes some recipes, they take a lot of dishes or things like that. This is like
This one's like 6.
Yeah, this is just easy. Okay, so what I would say right now, I think you need your hands. So if
Okay.
you want to wear your gloves, we're just going to, that's good.
Okay.
So wear your
So you could do
gloves.
this with your hands. But
when you're cooking for your family,
Yeah,
but
but-
you need to be sure that you're going to be washing your hands
Exactly.
really good. Because remember, in this case, we already have salmonella and.
Well, you know what's funny is so one of my first jobs growing up was at fast food, like a local fast food joint, and they always drilled in food safety, which is good. Like, I appreciate that, right? And that part has still stuck with me because I'm out grilling, and I'm all the time going back in to wash my hands, back out, back in. And then I watch some of these people on YouTube and stuff that are grilling, and I'm like,
And they're not.
oh no.
So food safety culture is very important.
Especially with raw meat, like you got.
Right. Well, there's so many other things, and if you have younger children or people that is at risk, it's important to follow food safety.
Yep.
Okay, and we never know when to get sick, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix it really, really good.
Oh, this is so much easier than the spoon.
Yes, that's what I said. I think it's time to do it
Yeah.
with our hands. So what we're gonna do, this meal is for 5 people.
Okay.
And the serving size, of course, is just one, what do you call it, patty?
Yeah.
They're kind of big, yeah, patty. So we're gonna divide all that in 5 pieces.
Okay.
So what I like to do, I kind of just put them like here, one in the middle and 2 over there.
And you just make a ball?
Yes.
Okay.
For right now, that's what we're gonna do, and then I'll show you what else we can do.
I don't know how big these need to be, but I'm just gonna start
And that's
with.
okay, because then we can kind of
Yeah.
even them out. I think you're doing great.
Not bad.
No, look at you. So I forgot to tell you to be sure to preheat your oven to 350. So
Okay.
they're gonna be in the oven for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, after 20 minutes, we're gonna take them out, we're gonna check them, and then we're gonna add some salsa.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now, kind of like make them pretty now,
Okay.
because now we know that they're even. So make them pretty, and then you're gonna kind of like leave a hole in the middle.
Okay.
Because when we put the salsa, kind of like the
Yeah,
salsa can get
yeah.
there. Okay.
Could you move that for
I
me?
will, and I
And
can
then
move that.
Move that, and then
here.
we can make them really pretty.
That's good.
All right. I'm gonna move a little bit over to this one because I think he needs it. So we're making just kind of a meatloaf
Yes.
lump. What is a meatloaf?
I
What do you,
don't
What do you
know.
call it, a lump of meatloaf? Loaf? A meatloaf? A loaf of meat. Guess is
Yeah,
what
I
they-
guess because they also do it in those the container.
Yeah.
So that's why they call it like that, I guess. Like I said, I didn't grow up
A
eating
loaf of meatloaf.
So
Am I doing this? Am I like
yes,
on the right?
Yep. You can make them a little bit like fatter, but yeah, don't flat them too much. That's good.
Plump it up a little bit.
Yes. It looks like he has done these before.
I've made a burger patty or 2 in my life.
That's good. You see, I can tell that you're an expert with this.
Yeah.
So like I said, just make something like in the middle, like a hole in the middle. Because,
We're not there yet.
Oh,
We
sorry.
gotta finish making the meatloaf loaves.
I'm like, okay, dinner has to be ready.
Right?
Or lunch. That's good. Perfect. Okay. That looks amazing.
Alrighty.
So
Am
I'm
I
going to
good?
let
Am I
you.
done now?
Yes. So just like a doctor.
Yeah, right? And look at that.
So, and you will wash your hands again.
Well, not right now, because I'm just gonna put this in the oven. I'm not gonna touch anything.
Okay, I'll touch the oven for you.
Oh yeah, we forgot the oven. Alrighty.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, and it's preheat to 350.
Cool.
And we're gonna put 20 minutes. I'm too strong today. Okay,
Now
and
we
we're
wait.
just gonna wait.
Cool. All right, so it's been 20 minutes. Now we
Yes.
did stop.
Yeah, after
Halfway
the 20
through.
minutes, we stopped.
We forgot to
and-
film that part. It was my bad. We
It's
stopped
okay.
halfway through and poured salsa on.
Yes, and you will see how it looks when we
Yeah,
take them
exactly.
out. So total, the mini meatloaf has been 30 minutes in the oven. 20, then we add the salsa, and then we wait 10 more minutes. But now we need to be sure that this is safe to eat. So
What's really cool is how the salsa, it looks like a normal meatloaf, you know?
Yeah,
Without salsa,
uh-huh.
that's really cool looking.
that's right.
So our meat needs to be at 160.
160, good job. So if we were
sir.
doing turkey, ground turkey or chicken, ground chicken,
Yeah.
what will be the temperature?
Ooh, 10, I don't know.
165.
165.
So remember, if you're doing
My
the-
thermometer has like a little cheat sheet on it, you know?
See?
That's handy though.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you don't have a thermometer like that, if you have a cheap thermometer like me, I can give you a little card
Yeah.
where it says all the
Or
temperatures.
if you have your smartphone, I mean,
That
sometimes
too.
you just Google it. I mean, it's
That's
super easy.
right. So, but 160
People laugh
for
at me.
this?
I've got a really nice meat thermometer. Because when you like you said, when you're cooking for others, we like entertaining at our house. When I'm cooking for others, I want to make sure
That everything is
that
safe.
all my stuff is done. So yeah, I love my
Okay,
meat
let's
thermometer.
check. We're supposed to have 160 in each one. Remember not to touch the pan.
Yep.
Because if not, you will read it, or the thermometer will read.
It's easy with meatloaf too because it's so thick.
Yes,
It's not hard to not touch the pan.
So we have 160.
We're getting there.
Okay. And then be sure that you
Yep, 160.
take the temperature of others just in case your oven is not even.
Yeah. 162.
Perfect.
Go 3 for 3.
So remember, food thermometers
164,
are not,
6, 8. We're good.
they're not only for food safety, but also to be sure that your meats are cooking at the right temperature, like tender, and
Yeah.
it's not like
Exactly.
drying or anything like that.
It's one of the common misconceptions with steak. Most people think that medium is a little bit of pink inside, but it's actually not the correct way to grill a steak. This is off topic and not related, but it's temperature based.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize that. It's all about temperature
And
with
if you
cooking.
go to a restaurant and they ask you, the temperature or how do you want your
Yeah.
steak, I always say 145.
Exactly. And you know that you're at a real steakhouse or not if the menu says the temperature on it.
That's right.
Not trying to dump on the ones that say medium and stuff, but
No.
the real steakhouses will tell you the temperature because that's how it is.
That's right. So
That's your random tidbit of information for the day.
And I
So,
can't wait to try.
Yeah.
But Joel wants to talk.
I'll just keep talking. All right, let's
So
do this.
I'm ready. So while you do that,
All
I'm
right.
going to share the nutritional facts. Are you okay with
That's
that?
fine.
This is really good. So each one of these is 150 calories. Thank you. 150 calories, and then the total fat is only 4.5. So this is really good when we're talking about that we're eating meat.
Yeah.
Okay, all the fat, and you were not able to see all this fat because I'm already cleaning it from the tray. But when you take yours out, you're going to see all the fat in your tray.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend you use a different tray, just move them to a different tray. After your 20 minutes, you can put it in a different tray, or just clean the tray.
Yep.
And you're going to see all the fat coming out. Also, the sodium is 170 milligrams. See, another one that is very
Yeah.
low. Carbs, 7 grams, fiber, 1 gram, and protein, of course, 22 grams.
Cool.
So,
Shall we do this?
oh, let's do it.
Let's dig in. You telling me you don't like meatloaf?
No, but I love this one.
Okay, I was about to say.
I love
If you don't like
one.
this,
This is
I mean,
good.
what's amazing, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but like mixing those,
Onions.
mixing the onions in there and stuff, you just get a little bite. You get a bite of everything.
Another
when
way
you bite
that I fix this, I don't know if we have done, I think we have done the black bean salsa.
Yes, we have.
So I use the black bean salsa instead of this one. And it tastes really, really good. And that way you can add more veggies. So what will be your side dish for this one?
Ooh, I don't know.
Salad?
Salad? I've been on a salad kick lately. Like, it's weird. I was telling Trent in the office, I was like, that's my go-to side now. And I just always make salads.
Yeah.
And I love
I
'em.
think with this one, it will be
Salad
really
would be good.
good.
Yep. Michelle, this is,
This is really good.
honestly,
right?
might be one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie.
I think so too.
I mean, this is really good. It's super simple. I mean, literally super simple. and the kids can get involved with it. It's healthy for you. And, you know, still the salsa is just kind of a kicker for me.
And like I said, I bought the salsa, and this is around $16 with all the
Total.
ingredients.
$16 recipe. You can't beat that.
And I use lean meat.
Meat, yeah.
So you know that it's more expensive.
Y'all, for real, give this recipe a try. Really good. I'm not even joking. Might be one of my favorites because I like meat. I mean, let's be honest, meat's always good.
And this is part of one of our programs that is called Faithful Families.
Okay.
So if your church likes to have this program,
yeah.
I can go to you. I can go to your church. We can do face-to-face, or we can do virtual.
Look at that.
So it is a really good program for churches.
I love
So
it.
let us know if you want us to cook together and to learn more about nutrition.
Y'all, give this recipe a try. Let us know what you think about it. Don't take our word for it. Give it a try at home. If you have a question about this recipe or any other recipe, you can reach out to Michelle Estrada here at the Maxwell Center, North Carolina Cooperative Extension. And if there's a recipe you'd like for us to try, let us know. We can probably find a healthy alternative to just
That's
about
right.
anything out there. Still waiting on Michelle to find me a healthy alternative to ribs, but one day we'll get there.
We'll do it.
For real though, give this recipe a try. Let us know if there's something you'd like to see here on the show. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see everybody again next time.
See you next time.